And a great message here. Says, another match, another deluded slot interview. He's very clever at identifying all the problems when we lose, but never puts them right at the next game. Supporters have been seeing the problem all season, playing players out of position while leaving better players on the bench. It will be a disaster if FSG allow him to stay next season. He has to go now. That's from Mike.
Wow. Look, this whole slot thing, I get it. It makes sense, but I think Liverpool, the club, has decided to stick with him.
Well, let's go to Chris as a Liverpool fan, see what Chris thinks. How are we, Chris?
Oh, well, not too great, guys, after that performance tonight, but...
Yeah. How are you feeling about this all? With the
gaffer,
especially, yeah.
Well, I know it's very easy to come on to a station like this and say, right, let's sack the manager without a plan as to who's going to replace him. I've been supporting this football club for over 60 years now. And quite frankly, this is the worst football this season I have seen. I'm even going back to the Hodgson era where even the football then was quite cautious, but not as bad as this. I'm seeing players played out of position. I really think the players have stopped playing for him. They're as bored playing for Liverpool as we are watching it. It really is difficult to see how we can all go on next season watching another 38 games like this. I believe, I didn't see the cameras didn't pan on the Liverpool crowd tonight. I'm not sure how many were left at the end. I was at the Man City FA Cup game when 3/4 of the Liverpool crowd had gone by the end. And I think FSG are sleepwalking into a Ten Hag moment here, where United kept him throughout the summer and then realised by October that he wasn't the guy to lead them on. And I think that's going to happen with Liverpool, that they'll keep him in the summer. September will come, and then October, I'm not sure if there's an international break in October this year, but they'll realise then, perhaps we've made the wrong decision. All the managers that could have come in will have gone. Alonso obviously is sitting there. That's the big one all Liverpool fans will be thinking of. The only other guy I can think of who's doing quite a good job, but he's got no Premier League experience, and I forget, my pronunciation is not particularly good in German, Hoeneß at Stuttgart. But other than that, I just don't believe that we can all... I've been a season ticket holder now for over 30 or 40 years. I'm not looking forward to next season at all if we carry on like this. I don't know what you guys think of my comments.
Well, you had a lot to say there, mate. You had a lot to say. So it's quite evident that you want Slot out. As simple as that.
Well, yes, I've now come round to that. Yes,
you wasn't in the camp before, because I know what you guys. You know what it is. Listen, Liverpool fans have always been support the manager first, get the players out. Yeah, it's always been there. It's a history of it. I've seen it even in my time watching the game, and I've never seen it so drastically change in one season for get the manager out, then look at the players. Now, I see some of your players underachieving, and it's underwhelming. And from the heights of where they were last season, there's a massive drop-off on their performances. Correct. And yes, at some extent, you do have to blame the gaffer, but it's the same players that you was playing with last season, and you've added to it. Now, for me, when I look at it, I think Slot, yes, there's some elements that you can't foresee, but the management of the players is something that he does have to take responsibility for to get the best out of them. Not just going on the vibes of the back of a Klopp season when he had his team assembled, and then you're coming in, new thoughts, new ideas. The players give that extra 10% because they want to impress the new manager. Now's the time when you got to be counted. And now's the time for Slot to be earning his money, to make sure that he gets them players playing in the right way. But I just don't think they believe in him no more. One of the callers called in earlier, and he said that one of the the fans called in earlier, and it's not even a Liverpool fan; it was an Aston Villa fan, and he says you can see it's quite evident that the players are not playing for him no more.
Yeah.
And fans, and that's an Aston Villa fan saying that, and he's not even hating. He doesn't really care.
Speaking of the boss man, the Liverpool fans are not happy with their boss man at the moment, Arne Slot. So let's go over to the phone lines. Mark's a Liverpool fan. He joins us. How are you, Mark?
Terrible. Where can I start, mate? Where can I start?
Put the laughing soundtrack down, please.
Yeah.
This is serious business with Mark.
Behave yourself.
He's annoyed. Mark, listen, you're in a safe space with me, mate. Tell me about it. Because where is this Liverpool team right now, mate?
Where can I start, mate? It's like back under Brendan Rodgers' time. You're saying if you brought back the manager last season for 400 million, we've gone 2 steps back. Think about it. And that Villa fan hit the nail on the head there before, where he said he had John McGinn, who was fighting for everything. I'll do anything for a battle in that midfield for us, like a John McGinn, big time.
Who was it for you last year?
What? There was leaders there, though, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't play the leaders like Andy, Robbo, Mo
Yeah,
Salah,
but what are they doing now, though? Yeah. Like, where they gone? They ain't just suddenly gone missing, have they?
Yeah, but he doesn't play them, though, does he?
Who are we talking about? Who's the leaders you talk of? Who are the leaders? So Andy Robertson, he's getting old. He's getting old, though. He can't handle that amount of games like he used to.
Yeah. We know he's getting old, but
Salah as well has been underperforming since the start of the season.
But we've been poor since when we got beat by PSG last season. This has been paving over the cracks. They know where, listen, let's say, God forbid, what happens to Jota. Let's just take that out of the question right now.
Of course,
yeah. We needed a striker there.
And the striker, Ishak came in too late. It was a bit messy. Even the transfer was messy.
Ishak was come too late, but he plays it. Where it gets a bad slating off all of you on your shows.
Not me. I think he's a top player.
Yeah, exactly. Not yourself, but Cundy. Don't get me started on Cundy.
Oh, yeah, you know
Chelsea,
what he's like, though.
I hope Chelsea get battered tomorrow.
just because of Cundy. I hope he's listening in. He does listen, by the way, see what we're up to.
Seriously, yeah.
Oh, mate.
Question, though, yeah.
Yeah.
But when does Slot ever played Wirtz in his best position?
Yeah. He's done it once, so what? He was grown into it for a bit, wasn't he?
He was, wasn't he, though? But the thing is, as well, another one was, look at Frimpong. Frimpong's not a life-for-life replacement for Trent. No.
They're different players.
Great call. Thank you very much, Mark. He's very upset about Liverpool. I'm sure.
Yeah, but he's got points there.
I'm sure we're going to hear more from the Liverpool fans across the weekend.
Definitely.
On talkSPORT 03717 22 33 44.